Hey everyone, it's BDevine. Welcome to Gemini full moon, the last full moon of 2021. And got a lot to say today. There's a lot of energy in the air, and I will be going over what this particular full moon is basically bringing to us. And also I'll go over each of the 12 signs, and we will get some messages about everything that's taking place. The first thing is that this is the last moon of 2021. It is the first moon since the eclipses, and it is in Gemini, which is all about communication. There's also some other interesting facts about this particular moon. And as I said, I'm going to be doing some cards. We're going to be working with the astrology cards. So we will get a message for you, either a planet, a house, or a zodiac sign. That'll be your kind of message for this moon. And I'll try to keep them interesting. This is the last moon of 2021. And I'm going to explain to you about full moons, etc., etc. And we know that Gemini is ruled by Mercury. This is the planet of communication, transportation, technology as well. What's been happening for us for this entire year is one thing after the other. So we thought that 2020 in itself was shocking and bizarre. We thought that so many things were taking place that we really didn't have much of a hold over. We had been through so many different things. I've been in connection with beings of light, angels, my guides, loved ones, ancestors, you name it, gods and goddesses, for a really, really long time. And I've been trying to share with you all the messages from the divine for years. Yes, the way that things used to be. I used to be able to say whatever I needed to say, and that was the end of that. And sadly, the way that things have become, in this 3D reality at least, we are being blocked even with our speech, what we want to say, how we want to feel, where we want to go, what we want to do, and in a sense become slaves in a darker sense on this planet. And this is really not the way that it's supposed to be. For many, many years, my focus has been for all of you to help yourself. This is my mission. I just want people to be able to get themselves out of their own way, out of their own crap, moving forward out of their own energy, out of their own negative thought forms, out of all the unnecessary things that you stress about all the sensitivities that you have, and you're feeling this and you're feeling that, and stop saying that to yourself and putting up your protection a little more strong. Years and years and years and years and years I've been saying this to you all. And now comes the next part. We're going to be moving into 2022. All the twos come up. We're going to be moving into extraordinary planetary alignments. And the minds of the people, the energy and the focus of the world is very, very unstable right now. Okay? That's how it is. It's really unstable because you have even people that are spiritually minded, spiritually gifted, focused, etc., that are not doing it. And then you have the other half of the people that are flailing about, scared, petrified, losing jobs, losing their livelihood, told what they have to do with their body, and made to believe something is bigger than what it really is. And on top of that, you've got people with mental health issues that have been struggling with that the whole time, and then you throw into the mix huge psychological abuse, and people are just going crazy out of their minds without the proper assistance, because looking at anything spiritual is a little bit weird for people who are, staunchly just non-believers, right? In anything. They just, they just don't think that there's any hope. My biggest push that I've had, as you might have noticed, just been doing lots and lots of videos, right? It is to get you to understand something from a different perspective. The language that you use, I'm sick, I'm having this problem, I'm having that problem, this is happening to me, I am stressed, this moon's really doing my head in, I'm all over the place, I can't ground, I can't focus, I can't do this, I don't know what to do, I'm lost. All these words are coming from absolute despair. And it's coming from a place where you don't even know your own energy. You don't even know who you really are. You don't know, by saying all that crap out loud to yourself in your mind, by saying it, you stunt your growth, you shut down your abilities, and you block the healing from getting to you, and you create a negative thought form pattern around you that leaves you vulnerable to even more crap. Trying to get you people to, help your people who are just asleep right now understand where they're going. It's not going to work. The time for trying to pull everybody up into alignment and get them to understand what's going on here is gone. What's happening right now is, as we are moving into 2022, we need to get it together. Basic spiritual principles that have been around since the beginning of time, thousands and thousands and millions of years ago. There's debate over how old, how long we've actually been here for. Before there was such a control mechanism, even though there always was one, it became a lot worse when monotheism kicked in. Before that, we all used to make our declarations with expectation that things would happen. Before then, we would see our guides, our angels, our gods, goddesses, loved ones, whoever you want to think of in the spiritual world, we would see them walking around us. It was just easy to do it. It wasn't a thought. We wouldn't spend so much time yammering about and complaining about nothing. People, if you're out there and you need healing, okay, and you're really inside your head about it, and you're going around, you're feeling the physical sensations, you need to stop. Look at what you're saying and change that energy to what you want. Because by saying, I'm sick, I'm in pain, I'm having this episode and that episode, I'm stressed, saying I am is a declaration of what you are. And it's powerful. This is something that's ancient, something that has been around since the beginning of time. What we say we become, what we think we become, what consumes our thoughts controls our life. So, all of those who are focusing on everything that's wrong in your life, you're doing it the wrong way. And it's getting to the point where we really need to focus on where we want to be. Do we want to be in harmony? Do we want to be fighting? Do we want to be controlled by everything and everyone else all the time? Do we want to live in fear? Do we want to bring our children up in fear? Do we want to distract ourselves with all the BS everywhere? Because if you think it doesn't affect you, it really does affect you, right? You got to channel your energy into the divine. Ground yourself by asking for it. Connect yourself into the center of the universe and into the center of the earth. And we're going to do a little exercise, very, very quick. It's going to take us like 2 minutes to ground and connect and be in a place of receiving. Okay, we'll do that before we get started with the information about this moon. But as far as trying to, all I can do is lead by example. And this is my life. My life is on figuring out the best way, the most beneficial way, the most spiritual way, the most beautiful way, the most loving way of moving forward amidst chaos. You think I don't know it's there? You think I'm not affected by it? You got another thing coming. Moving into the eye of the storm, as they say, and holding strong. That's all I know how to do. I know there are things that are happening behind the scenes to help us. I know there are beings that can see what's going on, can see the tyranny, can see the pain in people's lives, can see what we're about to become if we don't wake up, right? Because it was never meant to be this way. It's just that we've been told throughout our life how we have to do more and more and more and more and more to get anywhere. We get to that level and they still want more. You're told you need to do more and more and more and more and more now. Okay, mask. Okay, do this, do this, do this. You can't go here, you can't go there. Okay, do that, and then you can. And then you do that and you still get sick and you're still going through stuff. I've talked to quite a few people that took the jab and got the C thing, got the C19 anyway. So what was the jab for? It doesn't even matter, because all of that nonsense and all of that stress that we've all been going through, right, is designed to shut you down. Okay? So if someone said to you, I'm going to turn your light off, right? And you can't turn it back on. You'll be like, what? Yes, I can. Watch me turn this light back on right now. And away you do. You can. Someone turns your light off, you're going to turn it right back on, right? So why aren't you doing that now? Fighting for yourself, not through everybody else. Who cares what anybody else is doing? Because what it boils down to is, if people don't get it by now, those kinds of people, and if they're just following and they're like sheep and they're not believing that they are more powerful than that, you know, they're just giving into it, you can't save them, I'm sorry, unless they want it. Unless they see what you're doing, unless they see someone else breaking out of the mold and they think, oh my God, that person's doing it, and look at their life. Their life is, you know, they're doing their thing. They're pushing forward regardless, you know, and they see you doing it and they're like, oh my God, there's something in this. But I've seen other spiritual people are saying, okay, this is what you say, you know, to wake people up. No, that's gone and been and gone. If someone has gone into all of the fear thing and think that they can do what they're told and still get away with having a successful outcome, you know, once you've done what you've told, you've given yourself up. You know, once you conform or you know, yeah, once you conform to whatever it is you're told to do, okay, you are owned. Okay? That's just how it is. Now, many people who've also had to do it and you know, had the jib jab, whatever, you're trying to get the hell out of your body. You don't like it. You feel awful. You're afraid. Okay? Don't be afraid about it. Ask your guides and your angels to support you with pushing it out of your body if that's what you want. You know? My friend in Australia takes a lot of vitamin C, like basically almost like infusions, you know, thousands of milligrams to really get the cells working and, you know, strengthen your immunity and all that sort of thing. So I would suggest vitamins, hydration, you know, lots of vitamin C, lots of celery as well, because if you put celery in, you know, your juice or your smoothie or whatever, it's really, really helpful in pulling out inflammation and impurities. You also want to have a lot of copper, as copper is something that we lack now. So use copper mugs, or put a copper penny or something into your water, and try to get copper back into your body as well, to activate things again. So as we move into 2022, I'm just going to be teaching next year. I'll be making videos probably. I'll still be with you all. But, you know, most of my bulk work is going to be on teaching you all how to teach others, teaching you all many different skills that is impossible to do in quick videos and all those sorts of things. Many of you might want to learn how to read oracles and tarot and all that, so that'll be a separate thing. I'm just teaching everything. I'm flooding it out there next year. And if you want to be involved in it, be at my webinar on the 28th, so that you can understand exactly what we're going to be doing here. Because this is going to change the way that education is. It's going to change the way that we work with our wellness. Wellness centers are going to be everywhere. We're going to need them. Okay? Next year, going into 2 years after that, so many planetary things are taking place. So not only do you have the people beginning to, you know, see, there's so many people that see now, thank God. Okay? So not only do you have the people that see, but you have the planets lining up in different ways for us to help us. You have corruption coming down, and bit by bit by bit, it's starting to happen already. We're starting to see it. Okay, watch, because there'll be more people that come forward. Okay, media will shut down. It will have no choice, because they're going to get in big crap when everything comes out. So they're going to try to save themselves. As many people are going to try to save themselves as they can, because they're realizing, or they're waking up from whatever robotic trance they were in, because of the energy of darkness that was controlling them is now gone. Now, this is one thing that we have that we haven't thought of, and that is that, and I told you this for ages ago, the light has already won. When we become deficient in light, when we allow our light to leak from us with worry and stress and issues, pain, worrying about our kids, worrying about our family, worrying about our job, worrying about our car, worrying about the mundane everyday life that really doesn't even need to exist, but still is here now, we deplete ourselves. When you are depleted of light, okay, when you are depleted of light, what do you think happens? You become unwell, okay? When you become unwell and unbalanced, what happens then? You fall, even if you're not careful, you can fall even more into despair in your life. So we need to hold this light vibration. And it doesn't matter who's who. It doesn't matter who's telling you what. It doesn't matter what I'm doing. It doesn't matter. It's really about you right now. If something has happened to your body and you are in pain and you've gone through terrible things with your body, I totally get it. And it takes time to understand the emotion that caused the problem in the first place. Because there's an emotion that causes a problem. Then say if you hurt yourself or slip or fall down, and then you've hurt yourself, okay? There's still something that was causing you to be distracted, okay? It's just how it is. There's something that caused you distraction. And that's what you need to focus on. Where are my distractions? Do you start every day calling all your energy back to yourself? Do you write and ask questions to the angels, guides, loved ones, etc.? Do you read books that are, inspiring to you? Do you spend too much time on your tablet or, whatever? Look for the things that are distracting and look for the things that are bringing you knowledge. I have so many different types of connections as well with beings that I've worked with for a long time and connected with. And they all say the same thing to me. You are more powerful than you know. You're a sovereign being of light, and we all know it. Whatever you're saying, you're creating, because you are creating creative beings. Don't give in to fear, because fear destroys. Okay? Love expands, fear destroys. Fear shrinks everything. Fear makes you small. If the powers that be got control of us, which they had for a very long time, that's, they could have just kept on going in that way, but too many of us fought back. And we didn't fight back with our fists or weapons. We used the benevolence of who we are. We focused on channeling that information and light and visualizing that which we want to see. Visualizing light across the earth. Visualizing a column of light through your body. Visualizing the activation of your DNA to its fullest potential. Asking for a connection into the center of the earth and the center of the universe and your triple shield of protection as the 3 most important things that you do every single day. In that channel, you cannot be attacked. In that channel, you cannot be oversensitive. In that channel, you can't be complaining about everything. You can be passionate about things, but sitting there complaining and moaning and griping, and it's not doing anything for you or the planet. And it has to stop now. Throughout my career, I've dealt with all kinds of things with this work. Okay? There's nothing that would shock me about anything, about anybody. I have given of myself. I have made everything very affordable for everybody. I have put it out there for free, for nothing. I have done things for people for free, for nothing, over and over and over and over again. And I've been shot in the foot, and I don't know how many times because of doing that. And that can't happen anymore. It can't happen to me. It can't happen in my life anymore, where I'm wasting my time on people that don't want to do anything for themselves other than say, well, that didn't work, and complain. You've got to get yourself up to this level, and then anything and everything that you're looking for can happen to you. Sadly, I've had to say goodbye to a lot of people that I've known in many different ways, and even lost people this year, and just lost another cat this morning. Just, 2 cats and 2 dogs this year, and I can't do anything about it. I can't do anything. Couldn't even say goodbye to them properly. But I know that the transition is better than probably where they were, being so old, etc., etc. And I know that I'm going to see them again, which is the main thing as well. But you've had to let go of people. How many people have started acting bizarre in your life? As soon as you start getting things together, as soon as you start showing an ounce of strength, there's someone there that will try to bring you back to earth. Try to bring you back into this vibration of, oh no, you're weird, and you'll fall for it unless you don't. You will fall for it, right? Because you emotionally want people to accept you. And this is something that can't remain, I'm sorry. This wanting people to accept and wanting people to appreciate you and wanting people to be proud of you and wanting people to cheer you on, it's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. And it's not because of anything you've done. It's just not going to happen. When you're on your spiritual path, you're on it alone. That's why it's wonderful to have people, usually they're not even family, that are connected with us in like-mindedness. as a soul group, like you all are, okay? So you will all support each other more than a family member might do it. You see what I'm saying? But there are many people, I mean, I waited for my mum to see my work, or even my dad to see my work and see me, you know, and just be proud of me for that. And it just wasn't going to happen because I don't fit the bill. I don't fit the norm. It doesn't fit in. I'm not doing I'm a rebel. I'm not doing what I'm told. I know there's a better way. I know there's a better life for us. I know things are going to be different and things are going to get hard, but then they're going to be very, very beautiful. I know there are people we're going to lose, animals we're going to lose. You know, we can't save everybody. We have to just try to save this planet and create a different way by moving into a different energy field altogether. Then we won't even see what the nonsense that's going on here. It won't be in our vision. And then we will meet all the people that are connected with us. So, you know, people saying, oh, we've got to wake everybody up. It's not our business to do that. Luckily, I have a platform where I can just speak, and if people can hear it enough to listen, awesome. If it sparks something in someone who's normally really scientific or really Christian or really religious, whatever, great. You know, then that's me doing that part. But for the most part, I feel like, you know, the biggest thing that I've got to teach you is to just ditch it all and move ahead. Go ahead anyway. Muster all of your strength and focus. That is how you're going to manifest a life. You don't manifest the life you want by pretending that you're not thinking about all of this negative crap. You know, I have to do so much work on myself morning and night because I've got to talk like this and I don't even want to think about it. And then something will come up from my life in Australia, like finding out about my cat, you know, this morning. And it was funny because I dreamt about something happening and it was really strange. I raced up the stairs 3 o'clock in the morning last week thinking there's got to be half a cat somewhere because I heard the almighty scream. I jumped straight out of bed. And possibly that's what happened. I don't know yet. I'm finding out. But there are so many things that will try to drag you back into the mundane world. But if you don't, even if you were completely safe from everything, living in a cabin, and you didn't even know about anything that was going on in the world, you would just be completely needing to focus still, right? Focus on what you're doing. Focus on what's next. What do I do today? And you survive. If we're all stuck in the middle of nowhere without anybody else, are you going to complain about everything? You're not going to know about it. How are you going to survive? The strong that survive because they use their mind to help them to push forward into the next thing and expect, you know, something to be there, something to happen, a turn of events, you know, and we survive. And we're moving into more intensities. This is the last full moon of 2021. I feel like it's important, like really important for us to remember what we're going through right now. 2020, the grand wake up time. So many people, I'm telling you, so many people did. Sadly, so many people showed their true colors and left, couldn't take it, jumped out of the orbit, couldn't help it, had to show who they really were, had to bring it out. You know, that's a move right there. When someone is negative or an energy is negative, it has no choice. It can't help it. It wants to show how powerful it thinks it is. And it worms its way out every single time. You'll just have to just keep on living your life and you'll just see the negative just come right out at you. You know, because it can't help but to just show itself. And this is done, it's worked this way for the longest time. The channeled information that I get is to focus on love, move forward, focus on yourself and where you're going. Try your best not to get involved in the emotions of other people and their situations, but instead visualize their wellness and keep moving forward. Visualize them being okay. There's nothing wrong with that, and keep moving forward anyway. Gemini is about communication and technology, etc. And we're going to talk a little bit about that right now. But first, what we're going to do is we're going to close our eyes, okay? And I'm going to just take you through getting yourself into a place of receiving very, very quickly. Okay, so close your eyes, take a deep breath. Okay, just listen to my voice. As a sovereign being of light, I hereby call upon my own spiritual light team, my spiritual clearing team, my higher self, and source energy. And as a sovereign being of light, I give permission for all of those to activate and be with me now. I ask for a connection into the center of the earth and up into the center of the universe, creating a pillar of light and dissolves any negative threads, cords, locks, devices, or implants now. I ask for a triple shield of protection of blue, pink, and gold light. And I give permission for Archangel Michael to watch over this and reinforce my triple shield of protection as needed. I hereby release that which is no longer necessary for my forward movements and cut and dissolve all ties to my past that are hindering my growth at this time. I do ask for the angels of violet flame to spread their fire all the way around my pillar of light, down into the earth and up into the universe, and just any remains of negative energy, just asking that that be transmuted into positive energy for the universe. And I ask for this to be done through all directions of time and space, through all layers of my entire being. So be it. It is done. And namaste. Take a deep breath in and out. Okay. Now you are in a protected space. It doesn't have to be a big, long, drawn-out 20-hour meditation. It doesn't even have to be a big, long 1-hour meditation. It's just make your declarations and be done with it. Now you're in a place of receiving information. Now you are safe from all types of negativity. Now you've dissolved any kinds of old crap around you. And you've created a channel of information for yourself, for you as a soul, to amplify the light in your body. And if you can't do it, and if you're rejected by it, or you find that it's too hard for you, or you find that you've got too much going on, or your mind won't settle, or whatever, you're rejecting peace in your life. And you need to ask yourself why. Maybe you have a darker attachment that won't let you. And sometimes that can happen as well. Okay? But we all have to awaken to the fact that we are sovereign beings of light. And we hereby give permission to be helped at this time and activated at this time into all our capacities. I do appreciate all of you coming in, and I have set this up as being a premiere, so I'll be probably in the chat with you in and out. Depends if I'm feeding my husband at the time that this comes out. Okay, because we like to sit and have some soup or something like that to watch, things that are actually uplifting as well. We don't watch any of the news. I hear enough on, you know, different social media platforms, etc. But I will say this though, that I will be doing some videos on Rumble, and I'm gonna have to be moving in that direction to be on Rumble, because I have a feeling that YouTube will probably, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, most of those, because of the corruption levels, is eventually going to get pulled down. So, you know, you want to stay where it's not going to be pulled down, that it's not run by the same people, right? So my Rumble is BDevine Online, and every time I post a video here, it also goes up on my Rumble as well. So here we go, we're moving into Gemini full moon. I am actually listening to Calm Whale, and this is full moon in Gemini meditation, awakening earth. It will go all day. I love it because it's got the kalimba bells, it's got rav drums, it's got rain sticks, all kinds of stuff. Okay, let's go, and then I'm going to do some cards as well, okay? All right, so full moon. What full moons mean? I'll just start there. First, some basics on a full moon. Because the moon acts as your emotional compass, ruling over your intuition and sense of security, it tends to amplify all of those themes when it's when it's at its most full and luminous. Whether you're encountering a road rage, noisy neighbor, or simply finding yourself in the middle of a total WTF moment, full moon energy can spur lots of wacky behavior. The real dilemma here is that full moons turn up the volume on your emotions, especially those feelings that have been neglected and need addressing right away. For that reason, full moon drama often stems from people opening up about pent-up pain, stress, or trauma. Okay? Everyone's saying it, feeling it, I'm feeling it, I'm feeling it. Try not to declare or own it. Okay, you can admit it, but then don't own it. Okay, now I've said it, now it's gone. You know what I'm saying? There's a difference. Full moons are also a culmination points of regular astrological cycles. Just like your favorite drama, you have various plots going on in your life at any given moment. And, and whichever story began around the corresponding new moon. Okay, so what started for you in the 4th of December? The opposite of the full moon, when the celestial body isn't illuminated by the sun from our vantage point and appears completely dark, in the same sign might reach a conclusion during a full moon. Okay, so when it was the last, new moon, this December the 18th full moon in Gemini is linked to the June 10th new moon solar eclipse. What were you doing then? I was in Pennsylvania about to pick up my dad from the facility. So it was high stress. Full moons tend to be intense, especially so if they are hitting your natal chart in a significant way. If you've got Gemini, moon, sun, moon, or rising, then it's going to hit you, okay? But they often serve as valuable checkpoints for looking at deeply felt emotions and putting the finishing touches on one story before you begin another. This is closure time. So, Gemini is ruled by Mercury, the planet of communication, transportation, and technology. The zippy, buzzy planet colors the tone in which you express yourself, think, and gather information. It's no wonder that people born during Gemini season come into the world when we're moving from anticipation-packed springtime to jovial, even more social summertime. That vibe speaks to Gemini's curious, personable, and perpetually on-the-go vibe. Mercury also rules technology. So Geminis can easily step into the role of, say, a tech wizard or social media personality. At the very least, you can expect them to be most active in a group chat. The less than stellar side of the twins, they can be dualistic, mercurial, capricious, and flaky, stating something and then suddenly taking an opposite stance, talking for the sake of talking and using their enviable communication skills to burn or manipulate. And I remember, some Geminis that have been in my past, not in my life anymore, but they would say one thing to me and, get me talking or whatever. And then they would just say the complete opposite to somebody else and then say that I said what they said. And then the other person would just be fighting with me. And I'm just like, I wouldn't even say that, that kind of thing. So it's like they want to be on side with everybody. And in the darker sense of the word, right? It can be that way. All right. Not for everybody, but it can be that way, right? Regardless of its aspects to other planets, Gemini full moons ask us to get curious, gather information, and connect with others. They're generally airy, social, and more intellectually charged rather than deeply emotional and heavy. And because the main aspect of this particular December 2021 full moon is a sweet trine to Jupiter, which is really, really nice. The planet of luck, abundance, and expansion, moving through fixed sign Aquarius, it's even more benevolent than most full moons. So the harmony between the full moon and Jupiter makes for bolstered optimism and joyfulness, especially around friendships and relationships, as both Gemini and Aquarius are highly platonically orientated. In the days around December's full moon, you could be feeling especially warm, fuzzy, and fulfilled by team projects, time with your best friends, or even interactions with casual acquaintances. Okay, so maybe it sounds counterintuitive. Venus, the planet of love and beauty, brings a bit of tension and confusion to the full moon. Because it is currently in Capricorn, an industrious cardinal earth sign, it forms an offbeat quincunx to the full moon, which may potentially spur nervousness in relationships, friendships, workmates, situations. The way you feel could be out of sync with the way you're expressing or receiving affection. Whoops. What? My thing just went, okay. Here we go. See, trying to mess with me already. On the bright side, any cringeworthy moments can open your eyes to relationship issues, specifically imbalances that you might want to address. You could be especially driven to address them because Venus is traveling very close to Pluto, the planet of power, transformation, control, and passion, which has been ratcheting up the intensity of your desires. But fulfilling those desires will take a little bit more time than usual because the romance planet begins its retrograde just hours after the December full moon. Whoops. Come on, other way. There we go. Right. And moves backwards through Capricorn, requiring internal self-work around your relationships until January 29. At the same time, mystical Neptune, a planet of dreams, spirituality, and mysticism, is mutable water sign Pisces, will form a square to the full moon, which can set the stage for confusion and escapism, but also the opportunity to pair Pisces with the twins' penchant for communication to make for magical, memorable moments with friends and loved ones as well. So who's it going to affect the most? If you were born as a Gemini, or your personal planets of the Sun, Moon, Mercury, or Venus, or Mars in Gemini, you'll feel the weight of the December 2021 full moon the most. More specifically, if you have a personal planet that falls within 5 degrees of the moon, 27 degrees Gemini, your curiosity and desire to connect will run especially high. These are all things you can just go to Cafe Astrology and look it all up. Similarly, those born in fellow mutable signs of Virgo, Sagittarius, and Pisces will feel the intensity of December's full moon in Gemini. Virgo, it hits your 10th house of career. Sag, it hits your 7th house of partnership. And Pisces, it's in the 4th house of your home life. So the lucky takeaway of December 2021's full moon every month, no matter what sign a full moon falls in, it could easily set the stage for impassioned outburst and over-the-top drama. But when the transit occurs in airy, light-hearted Gemini, you could feel it not so much as an invitation to swim in the deep end of your emotions, but to ensure you're exerting all that extra high mental energy on matters that are generally close to your heart. As perhaps the most mercurial sign of the zodiac, Gemini's strength lies not only in its perpetual curiosity, but its free-spiritedness and adaptability. And we also have the solstice coming up on the 21st, the gateway. So this particular lunar event serves as a reminder that not every culmination point has to feel so heavy. It can be light, airy, and spirited. You can fly right into it with curiosity, playfulness, and open mind, effervescent optimism, and ideally surrounded by people that you adore, okay? The other one that I wanted to read to you before I get into the other messages, and it's 303. I bet you've been seeing number sequences definitely all day yesterday. And this is the final full moon of 2021 in the air sign of Gemini, is illuminating the way to December solstice gateway and to the full alignment with galactic core, and will form a trine with Jupiter, the planet of luck and expansion. This magical Gemini full moon is illuminating the way to 0-point galactic energy, alignment with the great central sun and the galactic core at 26 to 27 degrees Sagittarius on the December solstice gateway. The next day after this full moon, Chiron, which is the healer, the wounded healer planet, will station direct and Venus will start its retrograde, amplifying the energies we are in right now. Full moon will also form trine with Jupiter, the luckiest planet, to bring the extra magic potency to these energies. And as the sun conjunct the galactic center, we experience the deep oneness and alignment with the universe and our highest timeline at 0-point galactic energy. And the energy of the full moon in Gemini is carrying the deep release of old templates and programming, old thought patterns, ideas, and behaviors, the cycles of completion of old timelines to leave behind everything that we don't want to carry in 2022, and assisting us to find the balance between the logical mind, the thoughts, and the intuitive way of our heart space. The feelings to begin the new cycle of infinite possibilities and full alignment with our highest timeline and our soul truth as well. Okay? What do you want to achieve in 2022? What do you want to do? Because there's going to be a super new moon in Capricorn at the beginning of January. The end of January, I'm going to be open, or hopefully the end of January, beginning of February, I will open the academy. So semester 1 will begin. And it's going to push and drive us, you know. This whole energy is you're going to find out who you really are, you know. You're going to find out what you really want to have in this life, whether you really like the way that things have been set up for us. Because we were born into this slave system. We were born into this mass control. I don't know about you, but I was told as a kid that I had to, work, go to school, work, and then retire. There was no manifesting. There was no life can be different. There was no get a job of your own and work for yourself, Becky. There was no any of that support. It was just, you've got to do what I've done. Too bad. And of course I didn't, Because most people that were born in the 70s are like, nah, we need a different way of doing things, right? Call us, what do they call us? Generation X's? I guess. Okay, so we've got to move into this December solstice gateway to full alignment, right? And there's a lot of luck and expansion around. So let's have a look at our signs. So as I'm saying what sign I'm doing, maybe you could just put it in the comments or something so that I think it will it will show a time when I've done it. So that might help people later on. Okay. Okay, so I'm using the astrology cards. It does planets, zodiac signs, and houses, and I'll explain as we go along. I'm going to start off with Aquarius. And this is just going to be a quick message for each of the signs, okay? Aquarius. You have the Aquarius card. Oh my God. Okay? So what this means is the energy is freedom-loving, rebellious, idealistic, and technological. So Aquarius, focus on where you're going. Focus on your freedom. Focus on where you really want to be. Use your mind as your asset. People see Aquarians as quirky and strange and a little quiet and reserved. Just whatever. Keep on pushing forward with what you want, and something new is going to vibrate towards you in your direction. Something is going to make sense to you and uplift you as you move into this the end of this year and into a brand new year. So think about what excites you, what brings you a sense of peace, what makes you feel connected. Okay, think about that and bring that into your awareness now. And let go of anything that doesn't match that vibration anymore. Okay, making your list for 2022 as goals that you are not limiting yourself on as well. And that's also for everybody. Continue to walk your walk, okay? And more people are watching than you realize, Aquarius. And that's for sun, moon, or rising sign. Gemini. Obviously, this is your moon. Okay, and you have Neptune, okay? So Neptune is talking about your fantasies, your yearnings, your belongings, and potential for illusions. Don't let yourself get caught up in illusions right now, Gemini, but focus using the Neptune energy on what it is that you're trying to bring into your life and manifest. So be out there, do your meditations, travel to the astral realms, work with your dragons and your unicorns, your angels, your guides, your loved ones, your ancestors, your planetary beings from other planets that are working with us, always have been. They're part of us. They're our family, right? And connect in with this, and don't let anyone stop you from your dreams, goals, and wishes. Remember that if you believe in something enough, and you just accept that that's who you are and what you want to do and where you're going, that is exactly what will happen. And it can work negatively for you or positively. And you're going to have to really make a choice now where it's at for you, okay? Gemini. Libra. Libra, you have the 4th house, okay? So this is about your home, the roots of your being. How do you feel about where you are? Do you want to advance and go somewhere else in 2022, Libra? Are you ready to let go of where you've been before? Are you ready to just shake it off and be daring and move into a future that you really, really want for yourself and that you know you're going to really, really love? Are you worried about your mother or family, or are you thinking about ones that you've lost? Are you overdoing it? Are you getting yourself into despair, into depression, you know, by over thinking about how stupid you feel that you are, instead of, you know, giving into that energy of everything happens to me and everything's my fault and it's always bad, bad, bad? Are you going to lift out of that and get yourself into balance? Because that's what Libra loves. Libra is happiest when it's balanced and harmonious. Okay, so don't rock your own boat. Think about where you want to live and how you want to live, right? And just ask for that to, okay, I'm now manifesting where I'm going to be, where I want to be, and the happiness is there, the people are there that I love. It's all going to be very, very easy as you're manifesting into the future. But think about your emotions and how you feel about where you are now, okay? All right, so Capricorn is next. Capricorn. And you have Leo working with you. It doesn't matter if you're a Capricorn, you're not a Leo, okay? This is the energy that's working with you right now. And it's the energy is flamboyant, dramatic, proud, and passionate. It focuses on the importance of self-belief, okay? Capricorn, the energy of you can do anything, okay? You're the most determined sign in the Zodiac, right? You're going to succeed. You're going to have money. You're going to be very successful. You're very, very in tune, but you give yourself a really hard time. You carry too much of other people's crap. You carry too much of your own self around in circles, you know, and you don't see a way out of it because that's what you've always done. That's how you've always processed things. So the Leo energy is saying, hey, what do you think a lion's going to do? You know, would a lion be stressing out? Would it be going around in circles? No, it just is. It just does. And we all know what to expect from a lion. Okay? And you've got this energy within you, and you're wonderful at coaching and mentoring other people to do it as well. It's time to drop the going around in circles and being angry with yourself and upset with yourself if you want to succeed in the greatest way that you can. It's really time to drop the circle of your own self, okay, and push forward, because there's so much more you can do that way, and your body will change, your energy will shift, the light will move in, and finally you'll get what you've been looking for, not around in your head, but because you've cleared your space. Okay, Capricorn, you can do it. You're most determined, so use it for your benefit. And you have a new moon at the beginning of the year, so push into it. Capricorn, Taurus. And Taurus got the energy of Capricorn. Capricorn got the energy of Leo. Capricorn, the energy around you is serious, materialistic, and hardworking, Taurus. It bestows shrewdness and cautious ambition. Okay, so for Taurus, you also have this power of abundance around you, that you can do anything you want. You're going to climb the mountain, right? But let go of the baggage. You're probably already doing this. All right, you're probably just letting it all go. If you're still finding yourself stressing out about other people's issues or how someone wronged you and how to get them back, you're missing the point. It's only going to attack you, okay? So focus on where you're going, what you're doing, be diligent, be strong in yourself. And when you feel yourself falling back into the old ways, tell yourself, no, I'm going in a different way now. It's a fresh start for me. Okay, so we have the fresh start of the new year. When Aries comes in as a new moon, we have another new beginning for a new zodiac year. And then you have the Chinese New Year as well. So you have, and the Vedic energy too. So we have so many new beginnings, okay? But use this as a big one. We want to use the energy of this moon to push us into next year with our mind straight and our body clear and the energy pumping through us, okay? Taurus. And Virgo, you're next. Virgo. Virgo got the Virgo card. So it says the energy around you is dutiful, hesitant and humble, discriminating, diligent and painstaking air. You kind of like it when you're doing crap by yourself, you know, and you're not focusing on everybody else. You do kind of like when you work with a team as well, of course, but you like to be able to be left alone as well. And as you're moving into 2022, that energy of doing it your way, you know, and being okay with that, not being bossy or anything, but just doing your life in your own way and being okay with it is also going to be a theme for you. There's going to be times when your anxiety will come up and you'll be reading something over and over and over again, making sure that you've got it, you know. Don't do that to yourself. If you want to make changes for 2022, Virgo, just shift out of your own way a little bit and stop over analyzing things. And you will free yourself of a lot of stresses you didn't even know you had until they're gone. Okay? So focus on, again, it's kind of the same message for everybody. What do you want for yourself? Okay? Aries. Aries. Oh God, I'm dropping everything. Okay. Aries, you are into the first house. The first house is how people see you, what they see, what impression that you give, your personality, Aries. What is it going to be? How are you going to look at yourself in the mirror? What are you going to see? Are you going to be proud of yourself and what you see? You know, looking back at yourself in your life. You know, you're going to be proud of where you've been and, you know, choices that you've made as well. Because you're also going to be seeing yourself in a new role. So you want to make sure you've got your personality and how you actually see yourself in the right way so that other people will see you in the way that you see yourself. Because that's what happens if you don't know that already. People see you how you see yourself. So you need to be thinking about what that means for you. And change it if you need to. Tone it down if you need to. Or keep going exactly how you are. Okay? Leo. And you got the sign of Aries. So the energy around you is dynamic and spontaneous, crusading, impulsive, action is likely. Pushing through. Leo is, and I'm a Leo sun. Just I feel this need to charge through with, okay, this is what we've got to do, everybody. I've figured it out. You know? Everybody's scrambling, everyone's stressing, and I'm just like, I figured this out. You know? And the energy is crusading. You know, you want to be able to go in there and help everybody to shift it all, but you can't. It's something that is very hard for me to accept, is that I can't help everybody. I don't want to, you know. So for Leo, you've got to look and still stay strong, throwing your shoulders back and being confident, okay? But make sure that you're not too hurt if people can't, you know, follow the program. You know, if they can't do it, it's not anything to do with you. It's just where they are at in their life. And maybe this is also talking about, for Leo, not taking things too personally, okay? Okay. Sagittarius. Sagittarius. Okay. Okay, so Sagittarius, you have the 3rd house that's come up for you, okay? And it talks about your potential to learn something, your local neighborhood, what's around you, okay? So Sagittarius, you're moving into a new vibration of change. You're moving into this thing where you're opening up your skill set. And this is going to be really valuable to you in 2022 as you move ahead. Because we're all going to have to learn how to do things in a different way, different vibration. And the amount of things that are going to change, bit by bit by bit, one thing and then another, we're going to have to keep our head on really, really strong. So as you go into a place of learning, that's going to be so valuable for you and for all of those in your life, everyone around you. And don't give yourself too much of a hard time either. Sagittarius can do that and get themselves really nervous as well. Okay, Pisces. Pisces, you have the 1st house as well. This is how you see yourself. This is how other people see you. And I think that you actually see yourself in a little bit of a different light now. And you've got to not be a victim here. Okay? Things haven't happened to you in life. It has been orchestrated by you. And I think that's what we have to recognize in order to take the pressure of punishment off of ourselves. Anything that's unhealed within you, you're going to get a chance to look at it, Pisces. And again, only you can save yourself. When a Pisces figures that out, they are unstoppable with everything. When they figure out their own worth and they don't get so sensitive about what everyone else says, it's not all about them. When they don't take things personally so much, when they put their shields of protection up, they're not absorbing everything like a sponge. They are unstoppable. So take a look at yourself and where do you want to be at this time next year as well. Okay, Cancer. Cancer, you have the Sun. This is awesome. Your immortal spirit, purpose, and destiny is involved. Cancer, the sun is shining into your life. Okay? What are you gonna do with this illumination? What are you gonna do with this warmth that's coming in? For some of you, you're gonna be thinking about a different location for yourself. For some of you, it is a warmer place, okay? But the rest of you are focusing on channeling in spiritual energy, moving into your destiny a little more instead of all of these, challenges and old karmic stuff. Deciding that you are erasing that old stuff forever and moving more into the energy of light, change, progress, vision, acceptance, and pushing ahead. Okay, because the sun is moving you into your destiny. You've got no choice but for this to happen. This also rules the skeletal system, the spine, the heart. So make sure you're looking after the fluids in your body as well and protecting your bones and keeping them strong. Getting the fluid out of your body with taking away things that cause inflammation. Okay, cheeses is one. Harsh chemicals is the biggest one. I know if I've had some chemicals in my food because my fingers will swell up and I'll feel puffy, So looking after yourself, sun food diet would be a really good thing for you. Anything that grows in the sun. All right? Okay. Finally, we have Scorpio. Come on, Scorpio. You have the 11th house come up for you. It talks about where the cosmos grants wishes luck, friends, and social occasions. So something is happening with Scorpio as well, where we have Kala Serpa moving in through Scorpio too. And Scorpio brings up the emotion, it brings up any secrets, it brings up sexual problems, it brings up worldwide all of that energy as well. Okay. So the other side of it is that there's a lot of healing and there's a lot of growth and there's a lot of changes. And the universe is looking at you like, okay, what's next? What do you want for yourself? So remember to put yourself in this position of receiving. Don't be worrying so much about fixing everything. We can't do it anymore. We can't waste our time on that. We just have to hope that those that need us will find us, and away we go together. We have to have faith in each other in that way, right? We can't keep on trying to drag people up. So, the 11th house is talking about the universe bringing through energy of transformation, change, and wishes, etc. So think about what it is that you want in 2022, and don't limit yourself to what it can be. Oh, well, I can't have that because of money. I can't have that because of what I want. I like my privacy, or I can't have that because we can't travel right now. The sky's the limit. We've got to learn that we can manifest what we want in the right way, for ourselves. And it's for all involved as well. The right way for ourselves and everyone involved. Okay. So awesome. So think about this energy as you're going into, this is the last full moon of 2021, and we've made it this far. I appreciate each and every one of you. I can remember last year doing the 2021 readings for people that bought them and saying, oh my God, I can't believe that we will be at the end of the year. Like as I was saying it, and here we are, and the same thing's going to happen again. Okay. Trust in yourself and your vision and your focus for the future. Remember that you are a being of light, a sovereign being of light, and all the other planets know it. Don't let them tear you down. Don't let anyone else tear you down. Remember that the forces that were in control of this planet have been banished. This is the first time in forever that they've been banished and not able to get back in, which is why we're seeing such scrambling of events right now. And it's going to go up and down for a little while. All right. But we need to hold our focus, maintain connection, stay strong as we push forward, stay in that grounded, that easy thing that I showed you before, how to ground and connect yourself into the divine, into the earth, into the universe. Protect yourself, do it day and night, and just ask the angels to reinforce it as needed about your day. Okay. And this will bring a lot of difference into your life. Clarity, focus, information, and you'll know what you need to do, right? So I'm going to be back soon with more videos, all right? And thank you all so much for being a part of this journey as well. I appreciate every one of you, and I will talk to you really soon. Okay, bye for now.